Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is Romer Reacts, a series where my patrons send me videos to watch, and I watch them with you guys. And the first video is sent in by Felicitas Felix, and it is the Sumeru live symphony performance Genshin Impact. Let's check this out. The Sumeru music is absolutely fantastic. It's actually some of the most beautiful stuff we've heard in the game thus far, which is saying so much, you know. It's just kind of like, I've said it a million times, just reminds me of like a magical movie that I like, you know, you're nostalgic for. Like fluttering, right? Like it sounds like fluttery, this song. Like you could close your eyes and imagine yourself in the rainforest of Sumeru, you know? See, I'm always like amazed by these classical. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I'm always amazed by like these classical instrument players. It's something that, like, you know, like I'm, you know, always like roadblock just how like much discipline it takes. Jesus Christ. This sort of talk about, like, I can close my eyes and like imagine that this, like, I would be like, this is like a movie I'm nostalgic for, a movie that like I like still talk about this day. Every time I pick up the VHS of it, I start to cry, you know. This is what it feels like. Absolutely incredible stuff. So much talent here. So much talent. And like timing as well, right? Because like obviously, like I think I mentioned before that I used to be in bands and stuff like that, and I feel like the difference between this and like being in like a band with your friends is that, like, if you mess up the timing a little bit in a heavy metal band, you know, it's like, yes, someone's gonna notice, but like the majority of people are gonna be like, like it's, you know, it's live. This one, it sounds really cool. It sounds cool anyway. Like when I listen to Biffy Clyro, who are like one of my favorite bands of all time, like, and when I went to see them live, like the first 3 songs were great, but it's when like the lead singer started to get super tired and they started to get like a tiny bit sloppy. It was like, okay, this is like the music I came to see. Like with this is like the timing, like the synchronization of everyone. It's like so on point. Like it's a different vibe from being in like a band, right? Jesus Christ. Like, isn't it weird that like this is like music is already like feels nostalgic? I've been in Sumeru for like 5 episodes. We've legit been in Sumeru now for not that. Oh man. I've been legit like in terms of episodes recorded, like 7 episodes, and already feels nostalgic. Look at the talent here, man. This is Tara, isn't that what you call it? It's the respect that they put on their own instruments as well, right? Like how like this is like, they make it look easy, but this is like years and years of painstaking like learning and crafting, and it's so difficult. Like it's so difficult. It's more difficult than people know. Like you have to care about the instrument you're using. This is such a cool theme as well. You have to care. This isn't just like I'm picking up this instrument because I'm gonna look cool. This is like You have to give a damn. It's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Again, like, and I say it all the time, like, it's like, you know, like, I think someone said last week that, like, Genshin is literally just a side hustle so they can get some, like, it's actually a musical game, but they have to also make, like, combat and stuff like that, which is really funny. Like, the idea that, like, they just make this game just so they can do cool, like, performances. I totally believe it. Man, it's so good! No business being this good. No business being this good. I truly do love this stuff. I truly love it. Man, look at this, like, the finger movements. Like, again, like, I play guitar. I play the guitar, right? And, like, when I started playing guitar, one of the things that, like, everyone says, and I think it's one of the main reasons people give up on playing the guitar so super early in, like, performing music, is like the guitar is, I keep saying guitar just because it's I know it's not a guitar. I before anyone corrects me, it's a guitar, right? But I love saying guitar. Like, with the guitar, like, so many people will start playing an instrument, and even people who are really good at the guitar have told me this. It's like moving your fingers is like the biggest roadblock, because you're like, how could I even do that? That's impossible. Wait, you want me to switch to this chord to this chord? That's impossible. How do you even do that? And like that was like me. And then, like, after a while, you're like, oh, this is like super easy now. Transitioning is super easy. But like getting to that point, holy hell. And whew. You actually see in the back, this guy is moving up, like, the frets on it. I don't know that's actually what you call it, but he's moving up the frets. Such talent. Such talent. What do you call this little instrument? It has, like, like, they're on both sides. Like, down to even the tiniest thing, like, say, like, this person here wasn't playing the drums for, like, a while there. Like, look, even the tiniest detail evokes so much emotion, right? Look at the synchronicity. God bless the people that are sitting down like that. You know what I mean? God bless them, because, like, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me sitting down for that long playing the instruments. Impressive. Ah! Like, they're in the zone. They're in the zone, but you can tell, like, a lot of them especially, like, are having, like, so much fun. Like, they're having so much fun. Oh, man. It's so neat. Look. I wonder how many of these people played this, like, who are playing this right now in this room, this beautiful song, because listen to this. like how impressive this is. Like, knew that this was going to be a video game they were playing for, because like, oh my god, I think that's always like the one thing that like impresses me before more than anything when it comes to this stuff is like, I love when people, we're going to play it back to here, I love when people like who don't know about video games and you show them something like Persona or Nier or Genshin, and they're like, holy hell, like this is video game music. And you're like, yeah. They show you, like, you show them Final Fantasy X, Shadow of the Colossus, you know, Resident Evil remake, you know, Tekken, even something like I show people like the Tekken soundtrack. They're like, holy hell, like what the, like the Tekken Tag Tournament soundtrack. It's like, oh, I can dance to half of these and cry to half of them too. This is so cool. And like, I love that. Like, to me, video games are the best art form on the planet. I just believe that 100%. I think that they have the best way of conveying emotions. They're the best way of telling stories. That's my opinion. But also, I think video game music, like, the only movie that I can think that, like, well, there's lots of movies that, like, when I hear the song from them or something like that, like, it does, like, you know, evoke a lot of emotion. Like, say, Whisper of the Heart. When I hear, like, you know, Country Roads, I think of Whisper of the Heart. When I hear the Lord of the Rings soundtrack, I get, you know, a little bit teary-eyed. The Back to the Future soundtrack, I get a little bit teary-eyed. You know, like, there's stuff like that. But, like, there's nothing like when I will hear the opening soundtrack to Tidus's team in Final Fantasy X, or hear the, like, the closing credits song, or even like Journey to the Ancient Land from Shadow of the Colossus, or hearing Emil's like, you know, theme in Nier Replicant as well. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. You know, I don't know. It's just something that like hits so hard in the heart, and like I'm just taken back into that specific moment in the video game. Sorry for pausing so much, but like it just is evoking a lot of emotion here. Man, it's so good. Like it's like the words we use, fluttery. It's like so like pretty. There's like a big urgency to it as well, but it feels like there's a history to the song as well. I love how they're enjoying it. I love how they're enjoying this. They deserve to enjoy this. It's so good. Look! Oh my god. How like every freaking instrument in this part is like accounted for. Nearly every instrument here is accounted for. I said, thank God I said nearly in time, because you know some of them obviously aren't playing, but beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Some of the most like gorgeous playing I've seen in Genshin, and that's the whole point of Genshin, right? Like that's the whole point of like why it's one of those main reasons why people are so into Genshin, right? Like, for me, when it comes to like Genshin, it's like there's like so many things I love, whether it be the music or the story or the visuals or the art style or the like, you know, whether it be like, you know, even like down to its most basic, you know, principles of being a video game, how fun it is. Like there's so many aspects I love about like Genshin, and like I really feel like every single part of those things, whether it be the art style, the music, the characters, the story, like all of it's so freaking important. But like the music in any video game changes everything. It changes like everything, because you can have a not very good story in a video game and a song can carry a sad scene. It really can. Like a scene that's supposed to be sad that's not really sad, you change the song and it's a completely different feeling. It's a completely different vibe. I have examples of that, like that I would give. Like there's games that I played when I was a kid, where I like as a kid I was like bawling about them, and then like look back now and I'm like, was I sad about this? Or was it just this song that was very sad? And I feel like that's always like an important like distinction. The music in Genshin is so meticulously like chosen and performed and like scored. Like there's nothing that feels like, oh, this side's out of place. This is like trying to like change the theme of the song. You know what I mean? Or the scene. It's like this fits the scene. It's a part of the scene. And I think you can always tell when a song doesn't fit the scene, but Genshin always definitely does. Thank you so much for sending in, Felix. That was really, really cool to see. Really, really cool to see. The next video is sent in by Angel313, and it is a character demo for Nilou. It's the Dance of the Delicate Lotus. Let's check it out.
Miss Nilou, will you teach me the dance you came up with in the desert? Slow down.
I've already seen...
First, close your eyes and relax.
Before we go any further, I've already seen her dance because I've recorded the full Act 2 that will be coming out Thursday and Friday. Yeah. Which I'm very, very excited to show you guys. So I've seen her like dance. I've seen her actual dance in the episode, and it was very emotional.
Miss
It was very
Nilou,
emotional for me.
Will you teach me the dance you came up with in the desert? Slow down. First,
Nilou's a great
eyes
character.
and relax your body.
Beautiful
Then,
scene you're starting off.
Picture an oasis bathed in starlight.
Her like colors are so
Now
vibrant and
imagine that
pretty.
you are the
Oh my
light,
god.
Clear and bright, just like jelly.
That like, I don't know. I feel like she'd look pretty in every single scene. Like, you know what I mean? Her
To the
colors are
world,
so
you're
vibrant.
invisible. It never stops to notice you.
Like that red hair color is so
you
striking
stand
to
up,
me.
You leap and twirl, and you show them through dance.
Music is fantastic too. The music is gorgeous. Oh, she's like a sword user. Yeah, we use her in the demo, so yeah. I was surprised then too. Like it took me back. Like this way, like her moves are like dance moves and things. It's so cool. She is a fantastic dancer.
A captivating dance
Dancing
is
in
like
the water?
about to boil. Quiet whispers roll
Oh
into
my
a
God.
chorus of cheers. To make ripples in your audience's heart.
This is like a perfect like character
You
teaser,
have to
right?
make a big splash.
Or demo. I'm always like getting mixed. It's a demo. I always get mixed up with the two. Holy hell! Listen to this again. Holy second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Listen to this.
You have to make a big splash.
She's great.
Dance with the waves.
And I would like the water was like moving out with the beats of the song as well. Yeah. Love it. And she's right back in like in front of everybody. She's able to like immerse herself in her dancing so well.
Pretty amazing, huh?
Nilou? Do you know where the ribbon for tomorrow's performance?
Let her dance.
Sure do.
Let her
I was
dance.
practicing with it in the desert.
Uh-oh.
I'll work something
So
out.
she was like dancing in the desert. That's interesting. So she like so we know that she was like in the desert at least. We know that. Like I know we're gonna be going to the desert soon, but I'm actually very excited to see what the desert is all about. Yeah. Really cool character demo. Like I said, like her character is so vibrant and the colors are so pretty and like her hair is so nice that like pairing her with like the beautiful like water and like the starlight and like how it sparkles, like it's just like it looks so good. It looks so good. A really great character design. Really, 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 really neat. Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love her as a character as well, just because I feel like they built up so well. I'm not going to talk about. I'm going to talk about my thoughts on Friday when we see her dance. But I guess what I could do is like a little bit of a hint. I loved it, and I also said that I really feel like they built up her dancing to the point that like it's you needed to see it. You know. Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that and sending in, Angel. That was really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Leon, and it is the Tighnari. When all is said, character teaser. Let's check this out. Hoyoverse. Who's Hoyover? No, I'm joking. Sorry. Who made this game? Do we? I'm pretty sure I have captions on for the most part, but for some reason I like they're auto on some videos, and then on some they're not. I guess like I wonder if the creator can decide. Maybe, I don't know. I wonder if the creator can decide. We'll keep them on for every video though. I don't need them when I'm watching Smosh, but beautiful voice acting.
如今的我住在稻城林，担任这里的巡灵官。
I can't wait to do their story quest. Oh my god.
却能在距离森林最近的地方 做最细致
A
的
lot of
观
us
察
popping
研
their
究。
heads up. This is like already like the
我很确定，森林正变
something
得
is
虚弱，
alien, so there's something sick about the
我不会
forest.
在这时候离开，就像医生。
This is it. This is what I mean. This character, right, of Tighnari is so beautiful so far just because I can tell they actually care about the forest. They had a chance to move up in the world and they refused. That's why I know that they actually care about the forest.
很确定，森林正变得虚弱，我不会在这时候离开，就像医生不会离开病人。
Like not the idea of not
众人
abandoning
是
the
向我许诺的
forest.
地位与名声。
That's it. Yeah, he doesn't care. We saw him turn it down again in the
你若是
game.
有心，倒不如派几名研究员协助调查森林
And
里
even
的异
like
样。
countering it. Hey, come on, help out. Help me out.
弟子提那里敬上。
Tighnari. So in pause that. This is the next one. So in that like scene, you see how much of a character Tighnari is like, and I actually do love the pronunciation Tighnari as well. That's really beautiful too. Yeah, like again, just I'm so impressed with like the character writing in this game, how you get them so far. Like I've only seen we've seen it for like a total of like 25 minutes, and we know them, we know who they are, but then we get to know then we get to dig deeper. That's the story quest. We get to dig a little deeper and find out who they truly are, right? And I freaking love that stuff. I really do. Thank you so much for sending in, Leanne. That was really, really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Kelty. So actually, no, before we move on for Tighnari, I'm actually very excited to do his stories and Nilou, because Nilou and Tighnari are the two story quests that are first. The first ones you do in the game, which are I'm so excited for. I'm so excited to do them. And I think both characters like have a both have aspects to them where it's like we get who they are on the front. And this is what's so good about Genshin writing. We get who they are on the front, right? We appreciate who they are. We've gotten to know them through like the actual Archon quests or whatever. And then it's like, oh, okay, now we get to like actually like meet them. We get to actually like become friends with them. Or in some cases, like we get to like experience what life is like for them. And I could not be more excited. I couldn't be more excited. Yeah, that's all I have to say. But thank you so much, Leon. Thank you so much. The next video is sent in by Kelty Sturlet. Kelty Sturlate. Yeah, I always get it wrong because I'm terrible. And it is the Sumeru OST Forest and Java video promotional MV featuring the OSTs for Riddles of Wonders and Overnight Doing the Moon. So it's more Sumeru music, which would we ever complain? Would we ever complain about more Sumeru music? Never. I'd complain.
Get out of here. Get out of here now.
Very cool setting here as well. Very pretty setting. Like again, the precise movements. Look. Man. Oh. This is good. Why is this like, I don't know, man. This part of the song always gets me as well. Am I wrong in saying that this part of the song as well is definitely a play on, like, it's not the same, but like it feels like it's their version of like how you're supposed to, like, I guess, like, you know, feel when you're going through Inazuma exploring, you know what I mean? Like it's like this is their kind of like song that makes you feel like you're in Sumeru, just like Inazuma had a song, just like Liyue had a song, just like Mondstadt had its own song as well. I imagine this is what it's supposed to make you feel like. Leave it to a flute to make us feel something, you know? And using the quiet space here. Yeah, it's so good. I'm always a big fan of when bands or musicians use like the quiet space in songs to make some really cool aspects to the song too, you know? Like before a drop or something. But in this case, it's just like a really sweet song, I guess. Whoa, the use of lighting. It's not over. Yeah, it's definitely not over. I was like, it can't be over. Yeah. But yeah, cool transition with the lighting there. But yeah, like, I think, like, what they do really well with these songs in Genshin, like, in these type of videos, I should say, is that they, like, make it, like, an entertaining watch, and also understand that the presentation of Genshin is something that's so important. So, obviously, like, as well, they put so much effort into the presentation of these videos, too, because they know, like, it's expected at this stage. Genshin, to me, like, I've gotten to a stage now where, like I expect, like, Genshin to be always like this like really well presented game, and it usually just blows my expectations out of the water every time we get to a new region. It really does. What's this? What's the little guitar instrument called? I know one of them's like, that has to be like a one of these has to be like a mandolin or lute, but I guess I'm not very good with like instruments all the time. Super pretty. Just super pretty stuff. It's so pretty. Again, using the lighting here as well. It's just a beautiful song. I love this as well. Look at that. It's just available to buy. Yeah, and like here's the thing, right? It's lower than like I know talking about views is so silly, but like the views are lower than like a normal like Genshin demo or something like that. But like, do you know how rare it is to have like official soundtrack videos for video games break like into the hundreds of thousands? Like, this doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. People care about this music, and I definitely do here as well. Who the hell is Emil? Well, anyway, yeah. Emily, is it Emil? Emily? But yeah, like, it's just really, really beautiful music. I love the setting of that video as well. It was really, really cool. I think they did a really good job of it. And always, again, like I said, the presentation's off the charts. Just a beautiful presentation as usual. They know what they're doing with these games very often, and even with these extra videos. Thank you so much for sending in, Kelty. That was really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Minu. And it is... They said they remember finding this as a child. As soon as you notice whose perspective it is, the whole text becomes somehow sadder and makes more sense. Let's check it out. This is Chico with Honeyworks Rock Bell, English sub. I have the subtitles on, so... Rock Bell. I've never heard of this in my life. Ever. Somewhere in the city as well. Breathing in and out. Beautiful art style though. So is it from the perspective of the child? Oh no. No. Oh no. No. Oh god, no. It's a beautiful art style, but this is already sad. This is just a hot shell of clung to, peeling it away to... Holy hell. This is so pretty, but like... Oh, they save it up, please tell me. No way. Hold on a second. That's not the lyric. Are they saying that, like... This is very sad. First of all, they're talking about how, like, they left... Like, how they don't want to go into school, and they don't want to... and they're getting stuff thrown at them. A lot of times when people are, like, depressed out of their minds... they will try to make excuses as to the real reason they really don't want to be in school and stuff like this. And like, saying like, they talked about how they were clearly being bullied, but saying that like, oh, lessons are boring, I'm going to leave. Usually it is like, it's not about it being boring. It's usually about just like their skin crawling, just being there. And I've known quite a few people that like have felt that way. This is depressing. And then they go on to say that they're, if I wasn't here, like all the sense that I've seen, all the stuff that I've seen, would it be exactly the same? I think it would be. I'd expect the same, but it's like, if not, tell me. Man, that's depressing. It's so depressing. I'm not having like some snacks. Body saw him breathing over. Sorry, I wanna. There's a line here. I know I keep skipping it back, and like I know it's, but I want to make sure I'm like. Wait, where's the line I'm looking for actually here? Sorry, I'm sorry. I know probably people might like me doing this, but like I want to make sure I'm like reading all the lyrics because. Yeah. I wonder if I'm not happy at anything, but I would like some snacks. Is still kind of like saying like, hey, yeah, I'm like, don't take it as me being happy. I just want some snacks. Wait, what? No, the butter's not sick. We're not doing this. It's such a beautiful art style. Like I like it's hard. Like every single frame is beautiful. They pretend not to notice. Wait, her? You aren't needed. Wait. Is this from the perspective of the family cat? This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Beautiful. I love cats so much. Man, no. I love cats so much. Stop. This is so sad. Look at the little beautiful cat. What's your name? Wait, so like... That's so sad. But it's so beautiful at the same time. Oh my god. No, no. Stop. Stop. That's so sad. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, but it's so sad. This is depressing. Like, here's the thing. Like, obviously my perspective maybe a bit skewed on this. Like, I have cats and I love them to pieces. The owner of the cat, right? For the cat's perspective, right, in the second verse, it's like, hey, like I'm trying to help out, but like I don't know how to help out, and no one's listening to me, even though I want to help out. My owner is basically like dying, is what I'm seeing. And then just like everything, like the mutual like understanding of like a animal like that is so like beautiful to me, and like deserves. I'm like tearing up thinking about this because like I also have like a cat who was a stray. I also have a cat who was a stray who was very scared when she first arrived. But it's one of those things where like an animal can like sense a lot of things about you, but in this case what happens is it's like like this cat's like, hey, I'm a bit sad. Oh my god, you actually reached out for me and held me. I can help you too. You seem sad too. And I think there is like that mutual aspect to it as well. If anyone wants any updates on that stray cat, like they went from being like a very scared cat hissing all the time to being a cat who like would never scratch, never bite, and literally just like wants, you know, you to be around all the time and wants a bit of companionship all the time. Very, very sweet cat. Beautiful video here, by the way. Like, again, the arts, it's hard. There's so much happening at once, but the art style here is absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful, like actual story that's telling her. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the actual art style of this here is just so good. It's almost like a storybook. But I wasn't really getting on it. And maybe like, am I wrong in saying, maybe I'm wrong in saying the first perspective is from the child's perspective. And the second one is maybe not, because they're talking about the parent here, the mother here as well, still fighting. And then like it seems like the father of the household is like, hey, you're not really needed anymore. But then finding someone who loves you, especially like for an animal, is such a big deal. It's such a big deal. Because they deserve it too. They definitely deserve it, especially cats, best animal in the world. Really are best animal in the world. Thank you so much for sending in, Minu. And honestly, like, this is like one of those things like I'm gonna be thinking about for like ever. The art style is incredible. I probably like need to like, I don't know. I definitely want to like find out who makes these songs. So it's or is this their stuff? It doesn't look. Maybe it's not. There's maybe, I don't know. It might be their stuff. That they make it. I'll read the description here. Also, it's off an album of some sorts. The comments are like literally describing my childhood so beautifully yet dark. That's such a way of describing it. Cats are such beautiful creatures. They are. Awesome song and art. It's adorable. These hands couldn't help anyone, and now they've been touched by you. It's so sad. So sad. Actually, not like a. Like, I think like what's so beautiful about this as well is because it's able to like perfectly convey like how an animal can feel, but also at the same time it's like what an animal could do for humans as well. Okay, yeah. Please never feel bad about like sending in any emotional stuff, I guess, because like it does make me feel a lot and like makes me care about art even more. And like I love seeing different perspectives on arts and like life and animals and things like this. They did a really good job of this. It was fantastic. Oh, it's playing again. I have it playing there. Did you guys hear that? No, you didn't hear that. Okay. The next video is sent in by, thank you so much for that. The next video is sent in by What's Your Damage? And it is the Genshin Impact 2-year anniversary fan song. So this is a song by the Chinese official VAs. And that's why I think is actually like a really cool aspect of this. And thanks for people always like letting me know that they are sung by the actual official VAs. Oh, there's Mondstadt. Is that Venti? Yeah, it's Venti with his little guitar. Venti's such a perfect character. Oh, I'm gonna cry. This is so sweet. First, like, here's the thing. Like, beautiful stuff here. The cat video, like, already, like, like, you need that, like, that video to, like, or that part in the video to, like, oh, like to like open up the dam, and now it's like fair game for me to just start bawling. It's like it's fair game. So this is Venti's voice actor. Really lovely stuff. The art style is beautiful. Oh yeah, drink until the sun rises as punishment. There's our girl. We met Nahida in the next episode already as well. The Raiden Shogun, man. I would do anything. Sorry. I would do anything to be able to, like, talk to, like, Zhongli and the Raiden Shogun and Venti for the first time again. I'd do anything. This really, really beautiful, like, voices here. It's like, yeah, talk to you about anything. Colors are gorgeous as well. And it's the 4 Archons that we've met so far. The Raiden Shogun struggling there. It's a really pretty song. You want flowers, Venti? Yeah, okay, that's what I meant. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I bet they do. Miss, I love a light novel. Figure it out. Are you sure? Come on, Zhongli. Zhongli loves companionship. Yeah, the colors are gorgeous. I love the idea of I won't be annoyed. I only want to hear about your happiness. Like just tell me about stuff, you know? I won't be annoyed. 'Cause some people do feel like it is annoying. Whatever you want. It is look improvement effects. Venti, you improve my look all the time. Oh my god. What is this like? This is like a like 1995 R&B song. It's beautiful. Listen to this. This is better. What the hell? It's so good. Dookie. And Zhongli getting a word in every once in a while. Yeah, and Zhongli loves talking to people. Oh, look how pretty. Look how pretty. Imagine these four hanging out though. That'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely crazy. Great voice for Venti, by the way. I love the art style as well. Whenever Nikita sings, it sounds like an R&B song or something. It's beautiful. I laugh at you being an airhead. You gotta laugh at your friends being airheaded sometimes. They're ain't joking, like not getting the. Oh my god, that's actually really lovely. Wait 1 second. Like not getting the timing property. This is so really cute. It's a very Raiden Shogun thing to like not get the timing right and not be as like. Oh, look at all the Arnara. Really beautiful song. But like the art style again, the colors are so pretty. Oh, it's okay, Zhongli. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone's done it once. Everyone's done it once at a sing along. Or how like if you're at like a not only that, but if you're ever at like a sports game or something and everyone's doing a chant and you're like then it's like, you know, let's go, Date-kun. By the way, that's haiku. But then like and then then everyone stops and you just go, let's go. No. Yeah, really beautiful stuff. And I love how like again they get the characters so right all the time. You know what I mean? That's why one thing I always appreciate about these fan videos is that not only are they like voiced really well by the actual people in the songs themselves, but it's like also like who the characters are. Thank you so much for sending in What's Your Damage. It was actually really beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. And I say actually, but like it's just like I don't think I'm like surprised ever anymore when Genshin fan songs are actually beautiful, you know, because it's like with other franchises maybe, but I feel like it has a really good track record at this stage. You know what I mean? It has a really good track record for being gorgeous. So like really like I think actually me gonna say, oh, this is actually really beautiful is like just like a way of like phrasing things, you know. It's like when someone says like after every sentence, like I do sometimes. Now you're never gonna not be able to notice it. Thank you for sending in What's Your Damage. That was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. And I love seeing those characters in that light as well. It was really, really nice seeing that. And the colors, the art style, the music, and how like it actually related to the characters is really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Dodo Dan and is the continuation of the FNAF series that we've been watching on this channel.
All right.
This stuff is freaky. This stuff is freaky.
Facial recognition tests on the new animatronics. I thought I'd just use this one because they've all got the same endoskeleton anyway. So, how this is going to work is I'm going to show them pictures of people. It'll alternate between a picture of an innocent and a person who's committed some kind of crime.
This is weird. This is so weird.
His eyelids should go up a little bit. When it's a criminal, he should play a tone and open his mouth. Hopefully if this goes well, we can start going into specifics. Alright, first picture, innocent.
Okay.
Alright, good. Second, criminal. Good, very good. Alright, we'll do a few more. Innocent. Criminal.
This is like so like making me nervous.
Criminal.
It's making me so nervous.
What's this doing here? The
Huh?
hell?
No.
Hey, no.
Sit down. What?
Look, I know we can't have that guy back here, but you can't just put shit in without telling me. I could have died. God damn it, you know what? How about you take your facial recognition and shove
Jesus.
it? Because I'm not working in this death
You
trap
tell him.
anymore, starting right
You tell him.
now.
I wouldn't. I would never.
Criminal.
Stop. So weird. It's so weird. No. Wait. No. Oh my god, I went right into a Hoyoverse video. Like, that was just like, again, like, so shocking. So scary. Again, that type of stuff just like terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. It really does. I don't know what to say. Like, it's so nerve-wracking because it feels real almost, right? And like they're so subtle in the way they do things. That was the first time they've ever had like a true like jump scare in it, like even if you call that jump scare. They do a really good job with the presentation of the FNAF stuff, especially the extra stuff, because that's what like has made the game live on for so long. It really has. Dori, very terrifying stuff. If I go missing by the end of the series, well, I don't know what to tell you. I honestly don't know what to tell anybody. That's just it's gonna be a terrifying aspect of this universe for all of us. If like all of a sudden at the last time we watch one of these videos and I'm just not here anymore. Yeah, that's how it feels like. It feels like watching it is like illegal. You know? Thank you so much for sending in Dori. They're always really, really cool to see, and they're really well crafted as well. Really, really cool stuff. Like, but I do love how like that's what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for like a Blair Witch kind of like remember when Blair Witch first came out? Like, I remember everyone was talking about it, and it's like, oh my god, this is the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. And you watch it, and you're like, yes, this is so scary. This is so scary because it feels real. I know it's like, oh, FNAF doesn't feel real. It's like, oh man, you could convince someone that like animatronics could freaking move around the place. You could convince me. If you told me it was a true story, I would believe it for a bit. You know, because like with AI and stuff like that now, forget about it. Thank you so much, Dori. The next video is sent in by Victoria, and it is the Alhaitham character teaser. Let's check this out. Alhaitham, a character who we genuinely really, really love now. Such a different character introduction to a lot of our characters.
Are lost to time, and it is forbidden to investigate the genesis of language.
Gonna start a GoFundMe so he can get a shirt that fits him.
These symbols have silently.
He's like, his muscles constantly are bursting out. No, actually, you know what? Alhaitham, you do what you want. You can have whatever shirt you want. You're doing it for us. You know, you're doing it for the fans. He knows the shirt's very tight. He knows. He's doing it for the fans.
The origins of writing are lost to time, and it is forbidden to investigate the genesis of language.
Sorry, I'll go back to start again. I can't breathe, but the fans love it. We do. We appreciate you. Okay.
The origins of writing are lost to time, and it is forbidden to investigate the genesis of language. But since their inception, these symbols have silently recorded everything.
Music is gorgeous.
The skies, the stars, the mountains, and the birds. Conflict.
There's the Hida.
Peace.
The music's so pretty. What the heck? Oh my god, what is this song
and
called?
People from all walks of life. Words are
Man, and this like so fits him as well, like having such a knowledge around about the people around him and the history of places around him. Holy hell, look!
The scribe
This is
records not
presented,
only the
and as
truth,
usual, it's so
but the
it's presented
questions
so
it leaves
well.
unanswered. Many of them will remain unanswered forever. The profoundest eternal questions are met only with a boundless and eternal silence.
Heck yeah. So, wait. So I think what they're trying to get across here with this freaking beautiful character teaser is the fact that, like, Alhaitham's, like, so smart when it comes to dealing with people and, like, learning about people and the spaces around him, and, like, he's very, like, matter-of-fact about a lot of things. You know, it's like, hey, this is how things work. This is how this works. Okay, fine. If you feel that way, that's fine. I don't feel that way. I don't care. This scene here is really cool. I want to see this again. Like, it's a really cool scene.
Words are strung together and edited.
Again, this is why I feel like his personality is. Like, look at this. It's like walking through history, you know? I'm doing my own thing.
The scribe records not only the truth, but the questions it leaves unanswered.
Yes.
Many of them will remain unanswered forever.
And I wonder if that bothers. Alhaitham. I wonder if Alhaitham's upset the fact that this stuff is, like, unanswered, or if it's something that they love. Because for me personally, like, I love that about Genshin, is that, like, every time they answer a question, they ask 20 more questions, and I love that. But I wonder if, like, for someone like him who, like, actually is very good at, like, and wants to know a lot of stuff, if that's something that, like, they really desperately want to know. Regardless, that was amazing. I really love the character teasers and demos. Like, it was the same with like the Tighnari demo earlier on. They're, like, some really fantastic stuff in this game, and every one of them is so different. Like, it's so different. But there's just that one singular scene that I wanted to skip back to, just because I thought it was such a cool way of doing things. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, just like the Tighnari stuff we watched at the start, which was really, really, really cool. That I honestly desperately actually, like, really adored. Because again, like, it shows off their characters so well. Like, the Tighnari stuff, like, showed off, like, how much Tighnari cares about the forest. Then you have Nilou's performances for people, and how much they care about the history, and how, like, dance like intertwines with the place that they love, and the history of the things they love, and the stories that they can tell through dance. And then here you have Alhaitham as well, another character who just, like, does such a good job. Like, they do such a good job of showing exactly who their personality is as well. Knowing so much about the place around them, while also, like, not sticking their nose into something until it benefits them. And I think that's such a cool aspect of a character. It really is. And also, we have another character demo coming up, and that's the Dori character. Thank you so much for sending that in, Victoria. Thank you so much. Did I say your name at the start? If I did not say your name at the start, Victoria, I will include it in the video. I think I just got so excited to get into the actual demo itself. Victoria sent that in. Yeah, so, like, if I'll put this at the start. Victoria sent this in. Victoria, thank you so much for sending this in. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. The next video is sent in by Emerald, and it's the Dori demo, which is another character we just met recently. So I'm excited to see what the demo brings. Because again, the personalities shine in these teasers and demos. They shine.
Welcome to Dori's Divine Bazaar.
Dori has, like, a lot of people have definitely a lot of takes. Oh,
Want to take a nap?
a really interesting style they're using here too.
Sumpter Beast? No problem. With enough Mora, you can afford to do anything.
So we have Dori as a character.
Take on the academia.
Yeah, I love the, like, little, like, paper style coming across the screen. Using the freaking creature to actually use in combat is really neat. Also, they're a heavy weapon user, and a lamp.
Magic lamp. Here's the goods.
Again, like, I just didn't expect this from, like, again, I didn't even think of Dori in a combat situation, because I don't think we've ever actually used Dori, maybe once or twice. I love this little art style they're going for here. It's really pretty.
And your Mora is mine too.
Your Mora is mine too. So that's another, obviously, like, a trait about Dori as well. Yeah, like, I really feel like that, like I didn't expect that art style for the Dori teaser here. There's one particular one, like, that was just like the paper cutouts almost, that was, like, really, really neat. That I actually think is, like, a really cool thing to see as well. Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on Dori as a character yet. And maybe we'll meet them more later on. I think what I think is, like, really neat about every character introduction in Genshin is that, like, they do give you time to breathe with these characters and to learn who they are eventually. But, like, With Dori, I really feel like we don't, and that's the way she likes it. She doesn't want us to have like a read on who she is. She doesn't want us to know who she is exactly because that like is to her disadvantage. You never know if she's being genuine or being disingenuous, and that's an aspect of their character too. Thank you so much for sending in, Emerald. That was really, really neat to see as well. And I didn't expect the art style. Because again, every single character teaser and demo we see is so neat because it shocks me. It shocks me to see what the actual, like, which direction they're going to go with it, because it's like a different thing every single time. They must have a team of 3 million writers. Thank you. The next video is sent in by Malcolm Condé, and it's years ago we got a Genshin event where we got to play an instrument to play music with, and you get to play it now again, I think, now in the R&R request, right? It comes along with the R&R request, which is really neat. So this is a video on the actual music you get to play. So it's actually 10 types of Genshin lyre players in Genshin Impact. Let's check this out. I'm actually thinking of learning a few songs on this like I did like with some other guitar playing games. Play slowly. Beautiful stuff, man. Oh my god. Like it is like, I actually do want to learn like how to play like some Blink-182 songs on this or something. Foreign music is the subtitle. They can't play any song. Me. The TikTokers. For some reason, Ganyu with this instrument looks right. The mobile lyre player. Oh my god, still a lot of talent in this. Really beautiful stuff. The weebs? Oh, you mean that? Attack on Titan. We dedicate. There's like a lot of talent being showed off here. Okay, if I ever got to that, the reason I chose Blink-182 because it's like 4 chords, and I was like, I'll play a Blink-182 song on it. Utao, I love seeing Utao. The actual pianist? This is really neat. I know they're playing different songs on the actual thing itself. Like that's really, really neat. Like the fact that that there's more people playing music like that. That's all honestly really cool. I wonder again how many of you guys got into this? Because I was thinking oh, this is something that's not many people would get into. Maybe not many people playing. But then I'm like, no, you give people an instrument in the game and they're gonna play that game. They're gonna play it. Yeah, I wonder how many of you guys actually got into that. Let me know. Please let me know. That was really cool to see. It's really funny as well. Because I'm definitely when I got it at first, after I finished recording, for a fact I was standing there going yeah, but we got that already in the game as well, which is really cool in the R&R request. Yeah, thank you, Malcolm. The next video is sent in by Solvix. And it is the Guilty Gear Strive opening, and they asked if I liked fighting games, and we can definitely talk about that right after this too, if Calvin likes fighting games. I have a bigger history than you might know.
Peggy 12.
A bigger history than you might even know with fighting games. I was evil world champ. Guilty Gear is something I have never really gotten into. But I've always really appreciated it. Such cool music as well. Man! The art style is so beautiful. I've never gotten into Guilty Gear though. But again, I've always seen it from afar, and it's one of those things where it's like the character designs are so freaking good. So sick. Fighting games are so sick. Holy hell. That made me feel things. Wait, what's this song? Oh my god, look at that design. This is so cool. Holy hell. It's so pretty. This is doing something to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Really great designs. The art style is just absolutely incredible in these in Guilty Gear. I only know it from like really like I think this is a very famous Guilty Gear song, right? And they do have a story. But look at these character styles. And even like the animation is really neat too. There's like it's missing like one frame intentionally, so like in between each frame, which is really cool. I love it, man. The song is so good. So cool. This is the type of stuff like, okay. Promise being made right now. Promise being made this second. Right? That like, I will make a video, if people are into that, on me trying a Guilty Gear game for the first time. Because this is the first time I've actually sat down and watched a trailer for it, even though I've seen it from afar for a while. I definitely want to try it out. If there's one with a story, I definitely would like to try out the story. I would love to get into playing fighting game stories on the channel. I really would, because like Tekken is something I appreciate so much, and it'd be really, really neat to see that type of stuff. If you guys would be into that, like I would definitely love to do it. And try out some fighting game stories on the channel, because I think I like okay, to talk about like my history of fighting games, never competitively, but when I went over to my like to see my auntie, she was playing a PlayStation 1. This was late 90s, I believe it was, and she had this game called Tekken 3, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. Like this, the music, the vibes, there's nothing like this I played before. So then when I got my PlayStation 2 for the first time, I got like pre-owned at one point. I got Tekken 4 was the first game that was bought for me by my parents, because they knew I loved Tekken. And I played Tekken 4 constantly. At first I didn't have a memory card, because like we got the PlayStation 2 kind of secondhand, as you do. Like, not everyone has like the means to get a new PlayStation 2 all the time, but we didn't have a memory card. So I would like unlock all the characters every single day. So I have this thing with Tekken now, where like I can tell you everyone's character story inside and out from the start to finish. Because then I played Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on the PlayStation Portable. I played that all the time. Remember, I have memories of being in the back of like people's cars, like as like a young kid playing Tekken 5 on the PSP. And then I remember Tekken 6 came out, and I also played that game religiously too. I remember I went to I was like €3 short, and I asked my sister if she could spot me, and she was like, yeah, totally. Like, I know how much Tekken means to you. So I got that as well and played that religiously. I still had Tekken. Oh, I also played Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I got that also the same week I got Tekken 4, because like obviously like it was like this thing where I was like my birthday and Christmas is very close by, so it was like I was able to get both of them. And like that was also just such a beautiful game. And again, it's not canon. I also played Tekken Tag Tournament 2 when I got the PS3. And I remember specifically, I had it out on like one of my birthday parties, and I remember like one of my friends just came by and she just kicked my ass in it, and like I remember we were just laughing our heads off at how much I got trounced in it, because you never know who play, because Tekken's like so universally loved. Other fighting games I played some Street Fighter stuff. I rented Street Fighter 2 when I was a kid. I played through the Street Fighter 4 campaign, like the story mode. I haven't played any Street Fighter game then. Of course, I played the Persona 4 Arena games. I played those as well. What other stuff? Dead or Alive 5, I played all the time. I even played the game. There's only competitive fighting games I play online, because I think the movement of those games is so much fun. It really lends itself to online gaming, I think, as well. And then beyond that, like Tekken 7, I played through the story and was like, okay, cool. But the reason I didn't like Tekken 7 as much as the other games is because like I love Tekken because like it showcases all the characters really well, and I feel like they don't always showcase the characters really well in that game, because some of the characters didn't get the same respect that they used to get in like Tekken 4 and Tekken 5. And then Tekken 8 I still haven't played yet, because it was like one of those things where it it was like when it came out, it was like full price, €80, and it was like I can't in all good conscience like buy a fighting game that I know I'm not going to play as much as I did as a kid. So I'm waiting to like buy it again when it's on sale. If you get what I'm saying, it's like I love Tekken to death, but it's like, can I justify buying a game that I'm going to play the story mode for 2 hours and then never touch it again? You know what I mean? Like I'll play it every once in a while to do like a campaign mode or do like arcade mode, but I can't justify it right now. You know what I mean? So I will get around to that game. But that's my history with fighting games. Sorry it took so long to talk about that, but I absolutely love Tekken. I could tell you everyone's story in Tekken from back to front. I adore Tekken. But yeah, I would like to get into Guilty Gear at some point. I definitely would. I went off on such a tangent there. It's unbelievable. The next video is sent in by Kaeya. And it is thank you so much, Solvix, for sending in. The next video is sent in by Kaeya, and it is just a thing about Kaeya. Let's check it out. Oh.
It must be love. The spell that hit him, simply put, made his physical state become directly linked to his
I'm going
mental
to turn
state.
off subtitles just for this video, just because I feel like they're doing the comic style for a reason.
In particular, how loved he feels. Also, I say physical state, but that includes his brain, so his memories are most likely tied to his physical age and technical details.
But the cavalry captain is very well received.
It's a beautiful
Everyone in
art
Rom
style of
loves
Gene
him.
here as well. I love it.
It's true. And what about us? We love him
I feel like
too.
people respect Gene so much they never make her look bad.
But that's the thing about love, isn't it? You can give as much as you want, but in the end, what matters is how much of that they're willing to
true.
receive.
To commence Operation Give This Poor Boy all the love that he
Yes!
deserves. Or Operation Teach
Wait,
Him
is this
to
literally
Feel
just like
Feelings.
Operation Give Him All the Love He Deserves?
No, we'll be even busier with the captain out of commission.
Operation what now?
Give the boy all the love he deserves is hilarious.
So, you ended back up here, huh? I understand the nights are busy, but isn't this a bit irresponsible? To be honest, I don't think I can help much in the love department. Maybe I'll take this opportunity to run some
Is Kaeya okay?
Is that too
See, what's so
heartless?
interesting about this is like, you know, obviously Kaeya's like, I think is older than like nearly all these characters. Like, I think genuinely, like maybe apart from like Jean and Lisa, Kaeya is definitely older than like a lot of these characters. And I think that's like why it's so cool. You know, why it's so neat is that like they're trying to like show him from like, maybe they're trying to show like Kaeya what he is really on the inside, which is like, you know, just a hurt child. I really think that's what he is.
Big bro.
Oh, Klee!
Klee, do you have a minute? So such and such happened and this and that. Maybe you can show him a good time, yeah?
Yeah. Today I'm big
Yeah,
sis
Klee, find your
Klee.
big sister.
Once upon a time, there
This
was
is super
a
sweet.
Look.
Klee's probably like that's from going from not, oh my god, Kaeya drawing a picture.
This one's you.
That's you.
I heard a little bro around here with some lovin'.
I love the idea. He's just looking for little brothers.
Where did you come from and what are you doing here?
Don't sweat the details.
Who are you, mister?
Again, someone Kaeya is definitely older
I'm
than, but I guess
greatest
the whole
toy
point.
salesman in Snezhnaya.
Kaeya, wait.
Toys?
You like toys, yeah? I have a whole bunch right over there.
Whoa.
Oh, do you like this one? Come on.
Stop right there.
So of course, breaking through to Kaeya.
I really should consider visiting home more
Yeah,
often.
making you think about your little brother. This is kind of killing me, man. No.
Fear not, citizens of Mond. Your
Heck yeah.
Archon is here.
What's this?
That's
feeling of
that's
deja vu?
sums up Venti, isn't it? It's like, oh no. Heck yeah.
Anyways, I've heard all about your little predicament.
Huh?
For Barbados! Maybe what he needs
It's
is
just
a
flying
breath
off with the
fresh
child.
air.
Yep, of course.
I'll be
Very
back.
Venti. Very Venti.
Do you really have nothing better to do than to show your
Great
face here?
Zhongli voice.
I figured you'd be brooding by your lonesome self. So I brought you a little
And
present.
Zhongli loves companionship. He loves talking to people.
His eye. Nah, so he is fine.
I still think the outside is so pretty. I love like it's like almost like pencil drawn.
Be careful.
No,
Ciao.
my boy.
Scary.
Reminding him of Diluc. That's a good interpretation, like, right?
So pretty.
This is starting to break my heart because I really feel like they're trying to interpret what it's like for Kaeya still as a grown-up, right? Like it is kind of like Kaeya is like still a child at heart, I believe. Or at least like, you know, that broken part of your childhood is very difficult to get rid of, you know?
The audacity of this kid. He has two literal gods showering him with affection and still shows no signs of growing up.
Yeah. That's what being broken, man. Look, great drawing of Mond. Well, it's the Dawn Winery, sorry, but I guess this is in the style of, I should have known from the song, actually.
Master Diluc, please, you're our last hope. I know you two aren't on the best of
What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here?
terms, but he's still your...
You mean now?
What was that?
You obviously didn't think I could help with this situation. Why bother coming to me now?
Wait, are you...
Sulking, yeah, it's sulking.
Diluc? Is that really you?
Come on. The relationship is still so freaking good.
Sorry. I'm
No.
sorry, Diluc.
Stop.
I'm sorry.
Master Diluc? Well, what are you waiting for?
Yeah, you have to tell him. You have to tell him. You have to tell him. Yes!
I love you, Kaeya.
Really? That's the best you could do?
No, you don't. You won't
Oh, no.
anymore. If you knew.
Wait. He's carried that burden
sure.
ever since. Jean.
For
can you leave
sure.
us
You
alone
need to
for a
understand that,
moment?
man. That's like
Okay,
this is like
I'm
their old
counting on you.
relationship.
Kaeya, I know your secret. And I know how
Man,
hard
stop.
it must have been.
Because
for
this
you.
is like this is one of the most meaningful relationships, and it was one of the first. It was one of the first relationships in this whole entire freaking game. And like the way they started off so strong with this is so impressive.
And that I didn't exactly make
You didn't make it
any
easy on each
easier.
other, in fairness.
But you know what?
But I think what
I
Diluc is saying is like, hey, Diluc is like, hey, in our relationship, yes, I understand what happened to you, but like, and I could have been a bit like nicer. But again, they're both hurt. They're both very broken after that situation.
That time
Yeah,
we spent together.
incredibly broken.
That time you spent with everyone. And all our love for you. They're
Yeah.
all real. No amount of secrets and lies can change who you
Beautiful.
are, Kaeya. And
Absolutely
we love
beautiful.
you.
Really?
Yeah. So please, don't cry.
You can cry if you want. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, there we go. That's what I was thinking. That's such a good interpretation of this.
Going on? And why am I
What?
naked?
Jean is
Why
waiting
is
for
he
you
naked?
outside. Better get going. You nights are already insufficient enough as is.
It's funny. Asking the question, why am I naked, is like the opposite of what a lot of fans ask when they're playing this game to Kaeya.
Jean is waiting for you outside. Better get going. You nights are already insufficient.
Yeah, it goes back to
enough
like
as is.
again. This is like the relationship we saw it in the manga as well. How like they will like show a little bit of care for each other. Oh my god, that's such a beautiful drawing. So cute.
I haven't set foot in here since. Oh.
The vase.
Huh. So you really kept it
Yeah,
all
the
this
vase you
time.
bought him.
It doesn't match the interior
But
at all.
it's you. It's from you. Really beautiful stuff. Like actually, like absolutely gorgeous. Like this drawing here, especially to me, like for some reason, like moves me a lot. Very, very beautiful stuff. Like, and again, like that's Kaeya's relationship with Diluc is like, I really feel like they are both, I feel like they're both kind of like very hurt children who kind of were stunted in their growth. And that's why, like, you know, you have like who they are now, you know, and I really feel like if that didn't happen that day, you'd have a completely different relationship between these two. And it's so crazy that this is one of the first relationships you see in the game. You know, this is where like it started. But yeah, thank you so much for sending in. That was so freaking neat. That was so neat. And I think like what is like so beautiful about showing characters in this light is that like, you know, Kawaii, who sent this in, is that there's like a million and one ways that like you could probably say like how Kaeya feels. But I think this like explains it perfectly. I think it explains it perfectly, feeling like you haven't really grown up since that moment and you feel like you can't really accept people's love because there's one person that you truly do want to accept the love of, who you just can't sometimes. And I want to say as well, like, you know, it can be difficult sometimes, but it's also very, 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 very rewarding in the end, isn't it? The next video sent in by Nightmare444, and it is a Undertale Deltarune video, I believe. Yes, it is. It is a Deltarune animation, and they said they love the animation style, so let's check this out. Jesus. The drop. Yeah, it is a really cute style, isn't it? Very cute. I do like, that's what I do love about fan animations though. There's like, and I hope no one ever takes this the wrong way. There's like, no, it's like, it's not about this, of course, but it's never like this perfectly clean art style. Like you love seeing kind of like the edges sometimes because like that shows it was worked on by like a person or like a fan, you know, in their own style. Man, look at that, the Jivo boss fight. I'm sorry, but this fight, like, I still could not finish it. Now, here's the thing. I 100% think I could finish it, but it's just like at the time I was like, I don't have the time to work 3 hours on this, especially, you know, now I probably would. But at the time I did not. It's really like, again, look at this, like, oh my god, like, all the little floating things. This is like a really cool interpretation of the Jivo fight, too. Look at all these characters as well, the way they're drawn here is also. Man, look at that. Holy hell, like with the big sight too. Yeah, to get it out, to get it out, to get it out. Oh, I can't wait for Deltarune. Please give me more Deltarune. If you do not, I will sue. I will definitely sue. Really, really, really cool stuff is, again, like with this type of animation, like I really do freaking love this stuff. Because again, like I love fan animation because it really shows off like what the, not only just like, yeah, we know like what fans can do, but it is more just like about like the care that they have for like Undertale and Deltarune, you know, and that's what I love about it. Like whether it be Danganronpa stuff, Undertale stuff, Genshin stuff, I love seeing the care that people put into it. And I thank you very much for sending in Nightmare444. And the last video sent in today is from... Sorry, I'm just getting up the video here. It's totally like a professional setup here. The next video is sent in by Phantom Vaporeon, and it is the Kaeya character image songs. So I don't know if there's subtitles on these, but like we can just listen to the music themselves and kind of appreciate the music. So like we might not talk all the time about like lyrics if there's no lyrics on this, but like we will like listen to the music and we can bop along to it as well. Let's get into this. We do enjoy the music that does come along with the Kaeya stuff, so like it's always really neat. This is a really neat song as well, though, isn't it? Now, is it different characters singing each time? Yeah, it's really, really sweet, isn't it, as well? So this is Sumeru, who I guess is the blonde character. Well, obviously it's the blonde character in the band. The drumming is very light compared to the other songs, though, isn't it? It's like it feels kind of more just like maybe just like focused on like rather than I love this aspect of this part of the song. Maybe apart from maybe instead of grounding the song, it's just like more surrounding it maybe. That's a nice little breakdown, isn't it? I wonder what it's leading up to. Here we go. Oh, it goes into like a little, I guess like a bridge almost. Oh, look at the piano! Or listen to the piano, I should say. So this is the next song here, and again, I know there's like so if you can actually check it here, the character, the actual song names, Diary wa Fortissimo. The next one is Yase ne Jonetsu, and then the last one is called Come With Me. I actually like it's like, I know it sounds so weird to say about a Kaeya song. It actually has like a kind of a lighter Deftones feel for this song. It's a lot softer, like almost like calling on like kind of like a more imaginative feel, I guess, to it. Yeah, like I can see myself tracking this song, like putting it on the actual like playlist, you know? This is a really cool aspect of the song too, isn't it? What's happening? Yeah, I can see it's nice. It's nice. I can definitely see myself tracking the song. This is, yeah, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. Like, how does, like, again, I get, like, I know it's like it's just a show. There's no high school band doing it like them. There's no high school band doing it like them. It's a really pretty song. That was actually like the best song I've heard so far from the Kaeya music. Until now, no. What's the song? What's the next song again? Oh. Okay. Interesting. Didn't expect this for the last one. It's very like a little bit more uplifting for sure. For sure. I think that's the intention. Like you can see yourself bopping along to this. Yeah, I do like it. It kind of reminds you of Maximum the Hormone when they do like the soft kind of choruses, you know? Like, but when they're about to transition to something really heavy. If you haven't ever heard of Maximum the Hormone, they're the guys who make the Death Note Season 2 songs. And the ending to the episode 3 of Chainsaw Man. Great backup vocals. We got it going. Always great voices in this song as well, these songs as well, right? Always just great voices. Oh. Oh, I love it. I love it. Again, no high school band doing these solos this well. This band is incredible. Actually, no, some of them might. I remember some of the bands around my age when I was a teenager were doing really good solos, you know? But like, I still think this is really impressive all the time when I hear it. I like the song. Yeah, the second one's definitely my favorite of the three. Did they say? No, obviously that just sounded like they said "release me." Really, really cool. The second song is definitely my favorite of the bunch. I would say the second song is definitely my favorite of the bunch. But I did appreciate listening to the music again. Yeah, that was really, really neat. Thank you so much for always showing me your passions, guys. Because I feel like that's what makes this so fun. That's what makes these series so fun. Yeah, it's always difficult when there's not lyrics, but I feel like, they told me there was no lyrics, and I was like, okay, let's bop along to the song. Let's listen to the song and see what we can see again, like there's other aspects to music than just lyrics, of course, but obviously I love lyrics as well. But thank you so much, Phantom Vivorion, for sending it in. And I think it's also really good that we got to appreciate the actual songs themselves more than just the lyrics, and just get to hear the music and how they play, because then we got to hear different aspects of the song, different key changes, different ways to use the drums, different way they might perform a song. The second song, really, really good. To me, it's really, really good. But thank you so much to TIEFire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Eska, Newell, Radish, Fruity, Anusa, Shabata Bread, Malcolm Conde, V Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Markey. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. Tomorrow we have an Undertale Deltarune newsletter video coming out. Or today, actually. Later today we have that coming out. And then tomorrow we have the brand new series that's happening on the channel, the new Let's Play. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we got all the new Genshin videos coming. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.